Hey y'all. You are watching the Boudoir Chronicles. We are here today. I have my special guest here today with me. It is Quay. Hey Quay. Quay is here today. I know y'all saw me post someone else, but that didn't happen. But we'll do that later. Today, Quay answered the call, and I'm so appreciative that you did. We had her in the lineup, um, and she was going to come see us another time, but she is here today. I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
She's so beautiful, inside and out. I'm going to learn a lot about her today, and so hopefully you guys are tuning in to learn as well. Give us some questions. We're definitely wanting to hear from you guys, and I'm just going to start with giving a few just little announcements. So this is the Boudoir Chronicles. I'm the Boudoir Baddie. I'm here with Quay today. 8 p.m. Central Standard Time is on Mondays when we do our show. There's also on Tuesday, tomorrow night at 8 p.m. So Far Good is going to be on with a special guest. Just like we do, we don't tell you who our special guests are until we post the flyer. So you'll enjoy this one. But I'm gonna give you a little hint. It's a female, so this will be his first female guest. So excited to have her here tomorrow with us. You can also catch the Us show at 8 p.m. every fourth Tuesday or the last Tuesday of every month. All right, so I'm ready to get in and start talking with Miss Quay. Miss Quay, tell us about yourself. How are you coming to us today?
Thank you. Again, I'm Quay. Hi, guys. I am a Leo. I'm 36. Have two kids. I am from Florida. Florida is my home. I love it there. I miss the beach. But, however, I am solo poly. Was raised in a poly household when I was growing up.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. So how was that?
It was great. It taught me a lot about discipline and also just being responsible for others, because we can be selfish. And I tell people all the time, I'm a very selfish person.
Okay.
Because I am. I center everything around me. And that's why I'm solo poly.
That's fair. You know what? And a lot of people are like selfish, but I think it is important to focus on yourself, especially get yourself right?
Yeah.
To be right for someone else.
Correct. And that's why that's why I practice being selfish in a non-toxic way. Because you can be selfish in a very toxic way that's not really good for you, not good for the environment, not good for the people that's around you. So I try to practice being selfish in a positive way.
Selfish in a positive way. I like that.
And, really what that looks like for me is I just prioritize me. Whatever it is that makes me happy, that is what I do. But when I do that, I also think about what I do and how it affects other people and how their actions, their reactions to my action will affect me. Because again, it comes back full circle. It's going to affect me as well. And if I respect myself and I'm selfish enough in that space, then I'll never have a problem with being positive with other people and watching them be happy and then flourish, because I focus so much on myself, and it also keeps me accountable.
Wow. And that's one of the questions that I ask a lot of the guests that come here is, what holds you accountable?
Yeah.
Do you have an accountability partner? Do you have someone you look up to, a mentor? And I'm sure you probably do have had those, or don't, do you?
No.
Okay. And so you, like you said, you keep yourself accountable.
Yeah.
So what, I guess, life lessons, or what do you, what is your accountability circle for yourself?
So for myself, I do a lot of grounding. So if I feel like I didn't do my best, or I could have handled a situation a little bit better, I replay those moments, and I'm like, you know what, Clay? Girl, you was tripping. You was tripping, and you was tripping. And then I just follow steps after that. Like if I know something was my fault, I'm going to go and apologize. And I'm going to talk through it with that person, why I did what I did. And there's no excuse for what I did. at all, because they don't care about that.
So
they just want you to apologize and admit that you were wrong.
Especially once it's happened. I mean, you can't take it back.
You can't take it back. And my intentions is I'm not even trying to take it back, because in that moment, I felt great. I felt great. So I'm not here to apologize to you or give any type of an excuse, because I did what I did, or I said what I said, and that's not going to change. But what could change is how your perception of me, like that could change. Yeah. So being a woman that I am, it's important for me to hold myself accountable when I do something that hurts someone else or it impacts somebody else.
Yeah. I love that. Because a lot of times I was going to ask you, because you're like that, what is your initial, I guess, how do people view you, especially women, other women at first?
Yeah.
So,
so I would say, like, I'm an approachable person. I would say that. Some people are like, well, we don't know if we can approach you. Like, you just I'm standoffish sometimes. And I'm like, I'm not standoffish. I promise you. I'm just an observer. And so most women don't approach. Most men don't approach. But when I get comfortable, I'll go and I'll approach them, or I'll say something or something like that. But that's what I get all the time. But I get people that just kind of, surround themselves, with me. And I just feel like, I'm just here.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of friends or anything like that. The friends that I do have, I just picked up along the way. It was just, they were there, we were talking, and I'm just like, you want my number? Yeah, you do. Take my number. We can finish this conversation. Matter of fact, let's go out and go eat and finish this.
That's kind of like the segue to a lot of friendships or people that you just want to hang around every now and then. It's like dinner, a meal, a drink, or whatever. It's kind of how you get into it with people. So in a room full of people, who is Quay?
In a room full of people... In a room full of people, I would say that I am the quiet, loud Quay.
Okay.
Like, I'm very quiet, but I'm also very loud because I am vocal. And then I'm always respectful of people and their spaces and all of that, their homes, their businesses, anything. So I would say that I am the quiet, loud, kinky. Quiet.
Yeah. I like that. The loud, quiet one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you that. What do you think? Is that a mantra? Is that a?
Listen, I don't know, but that's what I am. I be quiet, but when I do get comfortable, when I warm up to people, I'm a social butterfly. But I also suffer from social anxiety. A lot of people don't know that.
Okay.
But I do. I suffer from social anxiety.
Is that in like big crowds, or is that even like in a crowd like here, like small and quaint?
It's in big crowds. Like if it's more than 15, 20 people, I'll just find me a little corner and I'll just sit back.
But you're still vibing, people. Right?
I'm still vibing. Yeah, I'm still enjoying everything, but I am a people watcher.
Yeah.
And part of that is because I'm always by myself. And I have a lot of siblings, and I don't even talk to them every day. We're up in a group chat. They've been texting me all day, and I ain't responded to them at all.
How they know you're okay?
Oh, they check my location.
Okay.
My brother checks my location 50,000 times in a week.
So how many is it of y'all?
There is a total of 34, 35, something like that.
Kids? Siblings?
Yes.
Wow.
So
talk about that. I thought I had a lot.
No, so most of them came from my biological dad, because some people know I was adopted. I spent some time in foster care, and I was adopted. I went and stayed with my biological family for some years. Really didn't like it there. Didn't fit in. I just didn't fit in with them. So I was always quiet. But when I got adopted, that family is totally different from my biological family. But my biological dad had a total of 24 kids.
Okay.
And 24 biological children. These are his children, y'all. I kid y'all not. I am number 13, and there's only 9 girls.
Wow.
So the rest of them are my brothers.
Protectors?
One of them.
Okay.
The rest of them, I don't talk to those people. I'm not even going to hold you. I don't talk to them. My little sister, after our dad passed away, I kept in touch with her because she was a minor, and, you know, I can't hold her accountable for things that her mother said to me after she met me.
True. True.
And it didn't even hurt my feelings, but my daddy did, because how are you not going to take up for me? But you know what? It's all right. It's all right. That's what I told him. I'll never talk to you again.
Okay,
and I be standing on that too. I didn't talk to that man, not at all. Not even into the day that he died. That's when I talked to him. I was just like, well,
in the casket.
You know, in the casket. So he had 24 children. I'm 13, 9 girls. The rest are all boys.
Oh, wow.
And then my biological mom, she had 5, 3 girls. I'm the baby, 2 boys. I only talked to one sister on that side and one brother on that side, because we wasn't raised together except for me and my older sister.
Yeah.
And then
it's similar to my experience. I didn't mean to cut you off there. Where I have a lot of family members, siblings, but don't really know them type thing, because Papa was a Rolling Stone. He might even jump on here a little bit later with his
might be my daddy cousin.
Okay. But you're from Florida, though. What part of Florida?
Jacksonville. Okay. I've lived Orlando, Tampa, Clearwater, St. Augustine. Yeah.
To be so young, you've done some of it. But you did say that you were adopted.
Yes.
So you had foster homes along the way.
Well, I only had one. Foster home.
Not the best experience.
It wasn't. And then I went with my mom's biological family. Okay. And that wasn't the best experience either. Yeah. But there, you know, those experiences, it taught me a lot about myself as I grew. And then it also taught me how to deal with other people based off of my experiences. Like, do I want somebody to be made to feel the way that I felt when I was a kid? Like, it's a horrible feeling. So I try to treat people with the same respect that I would want to receive.
I was going to say that, you know, that it rounds out or kind of makes you the person that you are now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
If the experience doesn't, like we talked about a little bit before the show, if the experience doesn't kill you, hurt you, it can round you out and ground you out. Right? Yeah.
And that's what it did with me. And then my adopted side of the family, there's 5 of us. I'm the oldest. Well, there's 6 of us, but I don't claim that one.
I ain't claiming that
one. But if I have to include her, I'm the second to the oldest. Okay. But I'm the oldest.
Okay, but you're the oldest.
I'm the oldest.
Oldest and the wisest.
Yeah.
I'm here talking with Quay today. So happy that she's here. Waiting for some more of you guys to pop on. I know how y'all like to get in and kind of check us out and then pop back in a little bit later. So, but I definitely want you to ask us some questions and kind of give us some feedback back and forth. Quay, I find to be a very intelligent young woman. She has a lot to say, and it's usually always something that's going to make you think, or, you know, she has a perspective on it that you probably need to go like, wait a minute, I hadn't thought about that. Let me think about that. And so she answered the call today to be here, and I just appreciate her coming. Quay, tell us about how you got into LS.
Oh, okay. So again, I was raised in a poly household. You know, the sexual side of that was never discussed. I got married, and I enjoy sex, y'all. And y'all know this by now. I enjoy sex. Like, I love eating. Okay. And
tell us what you like then.
With him, I'm not gonna say like sex was boring with him, but it was just boring. And I like a very particular type of respectful sex. Okay. And he just wasn't it. So
disrespectful.
Yeah, all at the same time.
So what does that look like?
I do like levels of, like, I have a praise kink, but when you praise me, put like dirty slut in front of it.
Okay.
You
what
know,
about bitch? Can a man tell you like bitch
during a sexual act? Absolutely. I'm gonna be whatever it is that you want me to be in that moment, because you're enjoying yourself, and I love that for both of us.
Okay.
Yeah, I love
that happened to me before. I
us.
didn't quite know how to take that. That was the first time I'm like, bitch, wait a minute. Mm-hmm. And so a little bit turned me off the first time.
Don't let it turn you off, girl. Just keep going.
I'm so
because I'm the type of like, am I your little bitch? And if you say yeah, I'm like, oh man, I'm just gonna melt.
That does it for you.
I'm just gonna melt. So yeah.
So yeah, you do like the okay. So now you said poly. You came from a poly household. Can you explain that a little bit?
Yeah. So my adopted side of the family, my mom and my dad were both poly. My dad had a girlfriend. My mom had a boyfriend. They lived kind of roommate style too, y'all. It was like the weirdest thing. But I find myself, as I'm getting older and I've been married and divorced and lived on my own and stuff like that, if I was to ever get remarried, I would want to live just like they did.
Okay.
Separate bedrooms on the other side of the house. Don't come up in my space unless we're ready to have sex.
So everybody had their own bedroom.
Yes.
Okay.
So, but my mom's boyfriend, he was very active. My dad's girlfriend, she was active. It just taught me that you could love multiple people at one time. And the way that you love them, it's always a bit different. Like, you won't love everybody the same way. Mm-hmm. Not even your children. You won't even love them the same way, because my mama was god awful to one of my sisters. Mm-hmm. I mean, god awful. But with some of us, we didn't have the same experience that my sister had. Mm-hmm. Now
she had a
different
way with each one.
Yeah, with each one of us. I was the one that she took everywhere with her. My other little sister, she stayed at home, cooked and cleaned, but she went more towards her goals and things like that. My brothers, they wasn't made to do shit. Or lazy fuckers. I love you though. My mom
when they're lazy. Why do women have to do everything and the guys get but just sit back and be lazy? That doesn't teach them how to be. That doesn't teach them how to be worker bee men. Like, they need to know how to do stuff. Right?
Yeah.
They take care of what they need to take care of.
No, we had to clean up behind them. We had to cook their meals, had to do their laundry. And when my brother comes into town, y'all, he still steals my shit. He steals it, and then he'll tell me he don't have it, and then I see him, and I'm like, "You got my stuff," but it's okay because I take his t-shirts.
Do you have questions on yours?
Oh, girl, I can't even see.
You got to text if you have questions. I don't have anything.
Hey guys, but yeah, so you know, just doing vacations with the family was a bit different. Like, we would all get together. If there was a celebration, we would all get together and we would celebrate. There was no confusion. There was no fussing. There was no issues at all. And I learned from that experience when I was growing up that everything can be resolved with just a conversation, a simple conversation.
Yeah.
It don't have to be much.
Well.
Yeah, you don't have to say, hey, you know what, I was wrong or you was wrong. Nobody cares about that. It's just a simple conversation. Are we going to continue to have mutual respect for one another and just move past everything? What is the big goal?
Because the resolve can come. You still don't have to really fool with each other if you don't want to, but the resolve can come. You can understand where each other comes from. Like, my big word is perspective now. Right?
Correct.
Everyone may not have your perspective, but
and that's okay.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Respect people for how they feel about certain things and be able to move in this life accordingly, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
So
we got two nice Johnson. Hey, two nice. Yeah, I don't have glasses on, so I'm like, huh?
Yeah, I got my glasses on, and I still can't.
You still can't see. So hey, I'm sitting here with Quay, and she is giving us some background on who she is and how she got into the LS. And so that's where we are right now. You're watching the Boudoir Chronicles. I am the Boudoir Baddie, and like I said, this is Quay here with us today. Quay comes to us from Florida, and she is giving us how she got into LS, and that's what we're talking about now. So you can catch us here 8 p.m. on Monday nights. At the Boudoir Chronicles, Tuesday nights. So Far Good doing his creep show, and fourth Tuesday of the month is the Us show. So catch us here. And so, Quay, what were we talking about?
Yeah, was how did I get into lifestyle?
I
didn't finish.
We're definitely getting that.
So, our sex was pretty boring with my husband. After a while, I just didn't want to sleep with him. So, and then I also worked a lot. So, and I was in school. So, and I had children.
You had a lot going on.
Yeah, I had a lot going on. So,
the sex not to be good. You had too
right.
much.
So I went to recruit a girl that could be his girlfriend. And she ended up moving in with us. She was a college student, a little bit younger than him. I was a little bit older than him. So I recruited her and she came and moved in and he was turning her every which way but loose. But you know, the new stuff is always the good stuff.
The new stuff is
so,
the good
hey,
stuff.
I wasn't even mad at her.
You were okay.
She would take the kids to gymnastics. She would take them to whatever programs they were in.
And what was Quay doing?
Working. I was working.
You was working, girl.
Yeah, girl. I was working. And after that, we ended up having a couple of our partners, just a couple of other couples that we would deal with, and it was great. And then, but it wasn't too far from what I seen when I was growing up outside of the sexual aspect. So it wasn't uncommon. And again, I've been a very sexual person since I was young. So not too young, but I used to watch porn when I was like 12. But anyway, so there was that. And then after my divorce, shortly after my divorce, I met this guy named Christoph. He was into kink.
Hey,
and, well, he's deceased now.
Oh, we're not speaking to Christoph.
It's okay.
We ain't talking to Christoph.
Not at all.
Oh, okay.
But he was a really big kinkster, and he started teaching me about kink, and he took me to a couple of play parties, and I had to just be with him the entire time. I couldn't play with nobody. I couldn't talk to nobody. I really couldn't be out of his sight. And that went on for a few events, and then he finally turned me loose a little bit, and he would ask me questions and stuff. And the first time he saw me play, he was like, "I'm so fucking proud of you."
So how long before he turned you loose? Because at first I thought maybe he was being jealous and all that, but it looks like he was making sure you were going to be good once he let you go.
Absolutely, which is something I wish that we did today.
Kind of vetting.
Yeah, because that's exactly how I was brought into it. He took the proper steps. He introduced me to something. He asked me questions. He encouraged me. He made sure that I was safe. He kept a covering over me. And when he felt like I was, secure enough with myself mentally and emotionally, then he was just like, okay, tonight you can just go wander off, but don't play with nobody. And that was probably after my third time going to an event with him.
And how long in terms of time was that third time?
So it was over maybe about 3 or 4 months span.
Okay, not very, very long. But
not very long.
But not, so y'all very active with party going and things like that?
Yeah, well, he was very active. I only went with him like once a month. Okay. Other than that, we just did things at his house. And
were you okay with that? Were you fine with
that? Absolutely, because what I did confirmed with myself, because I already knew I love to watch people. So when I would go to the events with him, I'd be like, oh man, I love how she getting her back broken. Oh man, that dick's so deep down her throat. Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
And that would turn you on.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, I love seeing a girl that can get some good head, especially if it's going all down her chest and stuff. I'm like,
so you like that old that sloppy stuff.
Yeah, I like watching it, especially the ones that have no back of the throat. Like the whole back is missing. I love that.
The bottom has fallen.
It's gone. It's gone. You're not touching tonsils. You're not touching anything but straight throat. Okay. I love that for them.
See, so this is another reason why I was wanting Quay on the show, because she's like no inhibition. She's going to tell you exactly, what she likes and how it is. And she's active in the LS, and she's more active than I have, been introduced to. So a lot of these shows are teaching me and, I'm learning things. Of course, I go to parties and I see, but more so I do a lot of, just watching and looking until I feel totally ready and comfortable and confident. Yeah. So, but like I love all the people, I love watching, I love going, and just checking out everything. So to have you here, really giving it to me raw and unfiltered on the Boudoir Chronicles is great. So thank you so much for this experience, and I'm so glad to have you. Okay, so what's going on with you right now? Like, what do you got going on? What's in the bag? What's in the bag?
So, I'm a real big Kingster. Mostly everybody knows that. So I have a lot of private events that I'm planning. When I do things, they're very small, 15, 20 people at the most.
I like those types.
Yeah, because I like to get to know people, and I find larger events, it's hard for me to do that, and it just raises my social anxiety as well. So when I get an opportunity to handpick the people that come to things that I like, it makes me feel a little bit better. But yeah, so I like to do a lot of things in King. Like I just did my kidnapping thing on Friday. Shout out to my slaves and to the masters that helped me with that. It was so fun.
You
it was great.
Okay, was this part of the gangbang that we talked about?
No, so it wasn't part of the gangbang, which I have something similar to a gangbang coming up in August 15th, which is my birthday weekend.
August 15th, mark your
calendar. So it's going to be so great. It's going to be intimate, and the scene I wrote out is just beautiful. It's just beautiful.
What do you mean?
A lot of degradation, a lot of praise, a lot of fucking, a lot of toys, and the center of attention is me.
Of course.
Treat me bad. Treat me bad.
Of course you're the center of attention. What are you talking about? Not only like is it your birthday week, right? Yeah. But you're also, you already told us that you like to be the center of attention.
I love it.
The selfish. What are we going to call you? The selfish lover.
Yeah, I am very selfish.
But we talked about that. Yeah. It helps to be selfish in a way because you are becoming your better self. Correct. Because you're realizing, okay, if I'm taking care of me,
I can take care of everybody
else. And really, it's selfish, but it's not.
Selfish have a negative connotation on it. So we use it like, when a person won't do something for you, you're so selfish. Why? Because I want to sit at home and not do something
because I chose no today?
Right, because I'm tired and I choose to lay up in my damn bed. So what if I want to lay here with the blinds closed and no sunlight and just sit here and scroll on Facebook or let the TV watch me? I'm still not getting that because my energy is low.
and I need to replenish myself. And I love that because as you know, being a mom, that takes a lot from you, right? And so I would always feel guilty about certain things. So I'm not doing this tonight. I'm not doing that. Or I'm not going. I'm not taking you. Or, you get into that mode, you're also considered selfish. But you have I'm tired. Everything is not a go. Everything is not a do.
See,
people need you for, people need you this way. People need you that way.
That used to be me. I used to feel guilty. And I woke up one day, I was like, why are you feeling guilty about something when you're the one, hey baby, when you're the one who's tired, who's exhausted, who's mentally drained. And then for myself, I have a heart condition. I have a condition with my kidneys and I'm severely anemic. So if I'm not at my best self, the people that follow me, which are my children, they won't be at their best self. So I have to be selfish, 100%. And then my partners know I'm like the most caring, the most giving, the most honest person that I could possibly be. And they have a great understanding of things. And I don't hide things from them. Like, hey, it is what it is.
How many partners do you have?
I have 2 now. I had 3.
Okay.
I miss him.
What happened?
I'll just say we just grew apart for the most part. And 9 years is a long time. I've known him for a very long time.
Yeah.
But 9 years is a long time to just give up on a relationship. And I didn't really give up. I tried and
After you try, I mean, what else can you do?
I mean,
try some more.
I've moved around a lot because of career choices.
Mm-hmm.
He has moved around a lot because of career choices as well. But when we would move around, like he moved to Georgia one year, he moved to Savannah. Well, my company had a space in Warner Robins, which is like an hour and a half to 2 hours away from Savannah. So I was like, cool, I'm going to move there. So
I'll be selfish and I'm moving.
Yeah, when his job moved him to Alabama, I was like, fuck, I'm going to Alabama too. When his job moved him to San Antonio, I was like, great, I got family all over Dallas. I'm going to Dallas. So that's how it has been with us. So we've always had a great connection. He's always been my peace. He always speaks logic and just encouraging overall. And we're still friends because 9 years is a long time.
It is.
But I could never be intimate with him again because the trust was broken. He just lied to me. And it was it was very small. It was like,
small lie?
Ooh, I can't.
But you're one of those, if you lie to me small,
we're done. We're done.
You're not waiting for the big lie.
We're done. I don't want to hear your explanation. Yeah. The only thing I want to hear you say is, I lied to you. I already knew you lied to me. Great.
Most of the time when we're asking, what, where, when, why, we already know.
We already know.
See if you're going to be transparent and give. So if he had told you the truth about whatever it was, you'd have been okay.
Oh, absolutely. He would more than likely be down here this weekend on his weekend off, and I'll probably be giving him head, and he can.
Do you hear this, Mr. Sir?
You know,
you're right here on the Boudoir Chronicles. You see what you missed out on.
So we would probably be doing that right now. He'll probably be fucking me to some Kevin Gates, head in the pillow and everything.
Because you like it real. you like it disrespectful.
Respectfully.
Can we talk a little bit about your gangbang shenanigans?
Oh yeah, I love gangbang. So I know I love gangbang.
So this was an intimate invite only type thing, right?
Well, this other one wasn't it wasn't up in an intimate setting. It was actually in an event setting with other people. But I am really big on not kink shaming, which for me, I don't really care what people think about me. I don't go home with these people. They ain't paying my bills and they ain't licking my ass on a daily basis. So
that's raw, right? She's for real up in here.
So my whole thing is, if I'm gonna go to an event, especially an event that I paid money for, if I'm gonna go, I'm not going to just say, oh well, you know what? Tim over here looks really good. I'm gonna go pick him out of the bunch and go fuck him. No, because I'm not gonna be completely fulfilled. I'm gonna fuck Tim because I like how he looks. I'm gonna go fuck Jim because he makes great conversation. I'm gonna go over here and talk properly to his friend and see what he like, and we gonna fuck too. I'm not paying money to go to an event, and I'm not gonna be fulfilled just by fucking one person. I like group play. That is what I like. I can do one-on-ones all day. I can do that at your house. You can't come to mine. We can even go get a hotel. But I can do one-on-ones all the time. And although they are great, because I've had some wonderful one-on-ones. Lord Jesus. Y'all know what, DFW, y'all got some good dick here. I just want to let y'all know.
DFW. Y'all have some good dick.
Okay. I mean, good dick.
Do you think so?
I do think so.
Okay.
I do think so.
And is that within the LS scene?
It is within the LS scene. And then I have one play partner that is not LS, and he got good dick too. Lord Jesus, if it's not good dick, I can't talk to you no more.
So what is good dick to you? Is it size? Is it motion of the ocean? It's
not really the size, it's really the motion. And then outside of the motion, I am a handsy person, so I love for people to touch on me. Okay. I love for you to feel, grip, grab, choke, spank, all of those beautiful things there. I love all of that. And then I also love mental stimulation. If I find something interesting about you, I'm going to hold on to that because I'm like, oh man, this person is so smart. I'm a sapiosexual, so I love intelligent people.
I think maybe that's what I am too. I love intelligent people. I can't. Sometimes I get the words don't come out that I want to say. They're up here.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm thinking too fast or whatever, but I love to talk to people that can, converse back in a way that's intellectual and get your mind stimulated,
Right.
So you're definitely that for me. So maybe I am sapiosexual. Maybe I'm learning that. Maybe.
But it's the different type of connection that I have with people that makes the sexual experience a lot better, because I am a kinkster. And I don't think that a lot of people understand that I associate rewards for me after kink is sex. That is a reward for me. Okay. That is what I look forward to after a session or anything like that. That is what I look for. When I go to events and there's not a lot of kink, I don't feel like I'm at home. So that's very important for me. And again, because I don't care how people look at me or how they view me. You don't even have to like me. Right. I don't really care. I'm here to fuck.
That's what you're here for.
And when I say I'm here to fuck, I'm here to fuck. So again, if I want to gangbang,
she's here for it.
Yeah, if I want to gangbang, I'm going to get my gangbang. It's just that simple.
So you set one up, or was this already an event?
So I had already told the host that I wanted to do it. And then I talked to one of my partners in crime and I told him that I wanted to do it. And then, So I saw today that you had a couple of issues and you did not mince words. You made sure that you brought those to light. Correct.
And they were, I would say, valid points that you made.
They were very valid. Because I enjoy gangbangs, and gangbangs for me is not a casual thing. For me, I do them to create a beautiful experience, not just for myself, but the other people that's involved, because I am very active during gangbangs. I'm not lazy. I'm not just going to lay on my back. I'm not just about to get on all fours. No, I take direction very well. I just need you to follow my lead as well.
So you're in charge the whole time, or you?
Yeah, so that is how it should be. Like anytime you indulge in a gangbang, the woman is the focus.
Should be, right?
Yeah, she should definitely be the focus. The only two real issues that I had was I needed water. And when I kept asking for it, it was just like, what? Girl, who needs water?
You don't need no
water. Bitch, I need water. I'm dying over here. We going in, it's almost 2.5 hours. If you don't get me no water,
that's the problem.
Get me some water. And it's not just for me. It's for everybody that's involved. Everybody needs water.
I mean, but what kind? That's not even a big ask.
It's not a big
Can
ask.
I have some? Come on.
Some water. But in that person's defense, because I did talk to him about it, he was new to it. He had never done that before. So he was new to it. And then I also spoke to his partner and she explained some things, and it did bring me comfort in it. And I was just like, you know what?
It shedded some light on what happened. Okay.
So I was just like, I wouldn't say I'd never play with you again, because he has some great dick.
You did say that though. Your post was like, I ain't playing with you no more. Don't even.
I ain't playing. Don't ask me. Like, you done pissed me off. The other one was two of the participants. They just got their nut and they just up and left. One of them did reach out to me though, and he was just
before or after the post.
It was after.
Of course.
It was after.
Because he didn't know. He thought he was great.
He was great. He was great. But not that great, because you left me.
That's the point I'm trying
to left me. But he...
And I don't know who, so it's not that.
He
give any names.
He did reach out to me and he explained why he had to leave. And I'm just like, you know what? You're absolutely right. But going forward, when you're engaging in things like that, if you just have to go right then, you're in a moment.
Unless an emergency pops off.
Right. Well, I don't really care.
But you probably wouldn't even
is.
know because why you have a phone or anything like that at that time.
Right. So in his defense, he had to go. He was with his partner. His partner was ready to go. I respect that. But at the same time, I'm just like, well, you could have tapped me on my shoulder. You could have gave me a kiss on my forehead. You could have said, hey, deuces, this was a great time, girl, but I got to go. And I would have understood. But when I look up, you just gone. Yeah.
I was and you handpicked these people.
Yes. Right? So
guys, you were handpicked.
Yeah.
That's a special accolade. You're handpicked and then you leave.
And then the other one, he didn't reach out at all, and no need to, because I will definitely never play with him on a one-on-one. Like, sir, don't even talk to me, like at all. Like, don't talk to me, and I mean that, and I put that on everything in my life. Don't ever talk to me.
And he knows who he is.
He knows who he is, but don't ever talk to me because I take gangbangs very serious.
Yeah,
it's just like you're in the middle of an MFM or a FMF, right? And then one of the guys just get up and leave, or one of the girls just get up and leave, and now it's just a one-on-one. It's not the experience that you called for.
Exactly.
And then for me, gangbangs, I am not into trains, y'all. I have never been into trains. So when a participant up and leave, it made me feel like this was just a train and that they were only doing it for their enjoyment. So I felt disrespected.
Right.
That's what that was. I felt highly disrespected. So yeah, but it wasn't like that for at least one of them that I spoke to. He just happened to have to leave. But next time just tap your girl on the shoulder and say, hey, I gotta go.
Yeah,
and I'm okay with that.
Here are your instructions. Now, going into the gangbang, did you give instruction?
So
did you expect everyone to know?
The conversation was had with a particular person who gathered them up. Now, however he may have related to him or not, or whatever, may have taken,
So it was an impromptu gangbang type thing.
Well, it was planned out, but some of the people that I did initially want to do it with had already left for the evening. So 2 of them was impromptu.
And how many were in this gangbang?
It was 4.
Gangbang.
It was 4. Gangbang. And then 1 left, and then I called in a person that was watching, and I was like, hey, you still got your clothes on. Like, why you get in here?
Why you still trying?
Like, I know this one is missing. I'm like, I got a backfield.
What you saying?
And he was great. He had to go too. Mm-hmm. But he went and freshened himself up, got his clothes on, came back and was seen, gave his, out his accolades, and he, shout out to the guys though. Like all of them, even the one that will never touch me again. Shout out to all of them because they had great penis. I'm not even going to sit over here and hold you. I can't bash them. I can't do none of that. All I can do is speak from my experience. And it was still a wonderful and beautiful experience.
Yeah.
It was just that hiccup there. Mm-hmm. And the water thing, yes, it is a huge deal because of safety of it. You need it. Mm-hmm. But again, I understand as well.
Yeah.
So it's okay. I'm just going to do another one. It's all right.
You heard it here on the Boudoir Chronicles. I am here with Quay. She is going to do another gangbang.
Yeah,
so
I am.
Be on the lookout and be ready.
In your inboxes. I'm going to send you a formal invite.
Shout out to everyone watching right now. I don't see any comments, so if you do have some comments, just hold on to get to you. Our producer's over here working on everything for us. He's gonna get that right. So talking with Quay, she recently had gone to a party, an event. I'm gonna say an event. She'd gone to an event, and she had planned a gangbang for this event.
Yeah.
And it didn't quite go as she would hope for it to have gone. And she is telling us right now about the things that would have made that experience better. A lot better. So we know now, guys, you were handpicked. So, and that's a great experience when you can handpick your fellows or whatever. So that's an honor right there to be able to,
to be picked. The thing about it is, like, the guys that was handpicked, I haven't played with any of them before. anymore. I just kind of watch them because, again, I'm a people watcher. I watch how they treat their partners. I watch how they speak. I just watch people. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to give that person a chance. I'm going to fuck him. I'm just going to go ahead and give him a chance. Like, you know you want to, but outside of the physical, I just be like, what else is there for them to offer? I understand, like, we're lifestyle, we're all here to fuck. But again, I'm poly first, kink second. And on the sexual side, that's last. You know?
I see a comment from Jiffy. Hey, Jiffy. She says, if at first you don't succeed, do it 9 more times.
Girl, add a 10th time on there. Like, when we can do it again.
Thank you. So I'm here with Quay. You're watching the Boudoir Chronicles. I've been drinking a little bit, y'all. You're watching the Boudoir Chronicles every Monday at 8 p.m. Quay answered the call today. So glad to have her with us. She is a beautiful queen out here doing her thing in the LS and you're welcome, babe. Inside and outside of LS, she's just a beautiful person. I watch her stories, I watch her posts, and she's very smart. And so that's one of the things that drew me to her. Is that she's intelligent, can hold a conversation, and she's got a lot of insight. And she knows what she wants to say. She doesn't bar anything. She says what she says, and she means what she says.
Absolutely.
And we're just talking right now about her a gangbang that she participated in and had some hand-picked individuals come, and didn't go all the way like she wanted it to, but like Jiffy said, if at first they don't succeed, do it 9 more times.
10 more times, Jiffy. I'm going to have to one-up you on that, girl. It is 12 months in a year. So, yeah. But again, I mean, banging dick. Banging dick.
And she says that DFW, y'all, Dallas, has
some amazing peen.
She says it's amazing peen. That's peen, y'all. She didn't say everything else. She said peen.
That's my favorite thing to say.
Yeah, there it is.
You know, believe it or not, I thought that the word pussy and dick for a long time was such nasty words. And I only like those being said to me during sex. If you say it to me outside of that, I just like, you got potty mouth. You just dirty mouth.
But yeah, you like to be called all kind of names or whatever in the bedroom. Right. Make it make sense. When does it, how do we do this? Like, where does it turn on? So, like, if you're out in the street, you call me a bitch, we'd have a problem, right?
Well, yes and no. Because I don't like confrontation. If you call me a bitch and I don't know you, thank you. Like, I'm glad that your day is bothered by my non-existence in your life. Like, thank you. By all means, have at it. But if I know you and you call me a bitch, also thank you. Like, because that may be how you feeling today, and I'm okay with that. So thank you too. But up in the bedroom, if someone calls me that, I'm just like,
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it, see how I feel. Because like I said, the last time I was called that, I was like, wait a minute.
See, what you got to do is let them choke you with that one good arm, and then grab you by the small of your back and bring you forward to them.
I'm gonna get choked.
And then have them look you deep in your eyes and be like, you a nasty little bitch. You know that? Baby, just go and fuck me and stop playing.
Okay. So I'm taking notes, y'all. You know, I got my pen.
We all learn something new.
You a nasty little bitch.
You know? Nasty little bitch.
Like Clive or somebody talking to you.
Like, for real. Listen, but I do have a turn off though. Like,
what is the turn off?
So reality sets in. Reality. I'm still a mom. I have to get up and I go to work, and I have a household that I need to tend to. I'm very active with my kid. I'm very active with my inner circle that I have here as well. You know, I talk to them every day. So reality just sets in. Like, everything isn't surround.
So
I don't surround myself with everything about fucking. Although fucking is great, but I still have other responsibilities.
And I still can't say that word. I'm still that's how I was,
what fucking
torment. I don't know how.
Girl, it sounds so good.
Life. It's a good word. Like if you just say it, like it just
rolls off your tongue.
I'd be feeling like
try it. Just try it. One time, try it.
Fucking.
There you go, girl. There you go. Yeah.
It feels so dirty, y'all.
My favorite thing to say to like one of my partners is come fuck me.
Okay.
Come fuck me.
I can type that out real good.
Yeah. I tell them real quick, baby, I need some peen and I need it in my spine and I need it today.
Tara says, DFW, stand up.
I know. Good dick.
Jimmy says, you need water, a towel, girl, guy, next time.
Yes.
You need a person to give you a towel and water next time.
Next time, I just want the people that's participating to make sure that those things are there.
And when I ask you to hand it to
they
me,
give it to me. Because they are the participants. The other people are just onlookers. It's not their responsibility. But thanks to your boo, Jiffy, for giving me that water. But however, it is the responsibility of the people that you are engaging with.
Yeah.
So I don't look for anybody else to give that to me. Because just because we're having this gangbang doesn't mean that you can forget that I'm still a person. It doesn't mean that it's okay to be disrespectful. Because it's not. So it's their responsibility to get that. Yeah. Because what I will do is be like, you know what, we're done. We're done. I don't give a damn if I've gotten my fix or not, and I can go for hours. Mm-hmm. I don't care. We're done.
So you say you can go for hours. Like, what's the longest you've gone?
I would say the longest I've gone was probably about 4.5 hours.
And this is gangbang, like different people.
Yeah.
Wow. So what do you do to clean your spiritual, yourself, how do you take care of you?
I do a lot of baths. So when I need to cleanse myself from all of that, I'll do like a spiritual bath, rock salt. I definitely speak positive affirmations into myself. And my positive affirmations, because I love what I love, I be looking at myself up in the mirror, butt ass naked to my girl. You did that shit. You better go do it again. Those are positive affirmations for me.
I remember the first time I saw you. I saw you actively engaged in play, and it was the running with the bulls. That was the first time I actually saw it. I was like, oh, yeah, you did that. You did that. You're welcome.
So, but yeah, so that's what I do. And then also, like, my mama is my diary. I call my mama about everything. I talked to her today about my gangbang experience. My mama was like, girl, I just lived through you. And she is so nonchalant. And not only is she that, she's very sarcastic too. Because she'll be like, ooh, girl, I love that for you. Ooh, bitch, that backhanded ass compliment, don't do that. Love that for you. I love that for you. I'm like, no, you don't. No, you don't. Because you really want to call me a nasty slut, but you know that I won't take offense to that.
You'd be like, thank you.
Right. I'm like, I'm glad that you know. I'm glad that you know. I love my mama. Yes. So we talk about everything. Everything.
Yeah. That's good to have that support, and especially in a parent.
Yeah.
It's very hard. Like, so my parents who raised me would never go for that. Like, even I talked to my mom the other day, and I was telling her about my podcast or whatever. She was like, well, what's it about? What are you talking about? And I'm like, Mom, it's just we talking.
Yeah.
Because I can't tell her like this. I can't even say the word fucking without feeling weird, right? So but I'm getting there. Like, I'm getting to a point where I'm living, my life.
Yeah.
And so as I do that, a lot of people have fell off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. So having that support in your mom, I'm sure, is a breath of fresh air.
My mom, my siblings, like it's funny talking to my brother. He don't let me go into details, but I won't go into details with him. Yeah. But I will text him like, bro. And he was like, "What, bitch?" And I'm just like, "Ooh, Mustafa, that's his name, y'all." I'm like, "Ooh, let me tell you about this. I don't want to fucking hear you, nasty ass tramp. Get off my phone." And I just like, "Ooh, so hostile." I'm just about to call my other little brother. It's okay, and he'll just hang up the phone on me. Yeah. I'm just like, I just want to share my experiences with y'all. My sisters, on the other hand, they're like, "Girl, tell me more." my mama be like, "You just trifling. I love that for you." Mm-hmm. And she would still be sitting there with her little hookah, mm-hmm. and she'd be like, "But did you enjoy it?" "Hell yeah, girl." Because that's how I talk to my mama. Me and my mama talk just like this.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good. And that's how I am with my dad. That's why I'm saying, and he's my biological dad, but he didn't raise me.
Yeah.
So I feel like I can tell him anything or whatever, and he's okay with it. Like he'd pop on and say some crazy stuff, and we had to kick him out or whatever.
Yeah.
But like he's the one that I can say whatever to, and never get any backlash or anything like that. And I like that.
Yeah.
With my parents, I had to be very prissy, you know.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I have the priss that I do have, I guess. Mm-hmm. But that other side of me is definitely my biological dad.
Yeah.
And as I'm getting older and learning that, you know, life is short and, you know, you only have so much time to really live it and be happy. I'm learning like the rest of y'all just kind of go to hell with it. Like,
girl, we tell it. You know, my whole thing is I live every day. And if I'm not living today, that means I'm dead today. You know, that's what I say to myself every day.
Can you say that again?
If I'm not living today, then I'm dead today. Because one thing I am going to do is enjoy myself in my present moment.
Yes.
I don't have bad days. I don't have those things. For me, my day is always filled with joy. And I'm not saying that I don't get aggravated, because I do. Who wants to wake up at 4:00 in the morning just to be late for work by an hour every day, knowing that I got to be to work at 6:00, but I'm getting there at 7:30. Mm-hmm. So I'm agitated.
But you still have a job.
I'm still agitated.
Pay and tithe. Nikki says, "I want some fucking."
Nikki, you want some fucking too, girl?
I should have read that first before. She gets Nikki high sign because you know you get that.
Yeah, but I mean, I have some agitation in my days, but I don't have bad days. I don't live in those moments of, well, this isn't working, so I'm just gonna wallow in that. I don't do that.
That's refreshing, because there are so many people live in the negative.
Yeah.
You know, it's one thing to speak negative. It's one thing to live in the negative. Like, we speak negative, but we also have to realize what we put in the atmosphere is what's going to go, right? So as we learn to dial back from that, you know, we can't live in the negative, because then you're putting yourself, everybody else around you, in the negative with you.
And that goes back to why I say I'm a selfish person. It's for those reasons, because I can't afford. When I say this, because I absolutely cannot afford to live in those bad moments. It rubs off on my children. It rubs off on my relationships. It rubs off on my job. It just rubs off on everything. Then before you know it, shit breaking, your car tore up. You done got into an accident. You just done lost your job.
Because it's a domino effect.
Yeah, you're attracting that negativity.
What you put out is what you're going to get back.
What you're going to get back.
Your life is a boomerang, guys.
Yeah.
What you give out is going to come back to you.
Yeah.
And so that's why I try to. I'm not perfect. But I definitely try to do right by people, do right by the people who cross you. If you've, like you said earlier, where you have hurt someone or hurt some feelings or whatever, apologize, fix it, move on. You don't have to fuck with them no more. You don't have to do that anymore, but you can at least be in the same space.
Right.
Respect their perspective.
Correct.
And move on.
And see, me, I don't believe in having negative experiences with people that I don't have to live with. I just don't believe in that. Because why am I beefing with somebody again that's not paying my bills, that's not taking care of my children, that's not putting money in my pocket, that's not saying, girl, have you ate today? Why am I upset or beefing with somebody that really plays a very minute role, if one at all, in my life?
Wow.
I'm not doing that. That's too much work. I don't have time for that. I got so much other stuff that I got to be doing. I can go to sleep.
Sleep is important.
Yeah.
Lately, I've been getting some good sleep. Every time I turn around, I'm taking a nap. Lately, I guess life just lifing, and you get tired of everything you got going on.
And me, I love people. I have a genuine love for people because I love myself. I love my children. I love my family. You know, I have just a genuine love for people. So I love to see people happy. I like to root for people. If someone's having a bad day and they post it on Facebook, I want to hop up in your inbox and see what's wrong. Your dog just died, girl. I'm sorry about your dog, but I will tell y'all.
She did tell me she was sorry about my dog.
Yeah. You know, I made this post once before, actually just this week, but I've made this post a couple of times. I'm not a very empathetic person.
Okay.
And I don't have the sympathy for people that people feel like I should have. I don't have that because my perspective, just from mine, that I create an enabler. When I say, oh, well, I'm sorry that you're having a bad day. Anything I can do to help you fix that, or anything I can do to make it better. It's not my responsibility. It is yours. I came from a very crazy background when I was growing up. It was all over the place. But one thing that I did learn was how to resolve your own issues. You don't need other people to do that. Acknowledge the problem, make a plan, and see it through. But I am not here to coddle you. I'm not here to hold your hand. Actually, if someone told me that their mama died today, my response to that would be, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Like, prayers. Hugs, kisses, like on
like on Bridgerton.
But I like sending love, peace, and healing to you and your family. I really sound like an HR agent because.
But I get it though. I get it because there's nothing
I can do about that. Like, what you want me to do? Bring them back? I can't. You can't either. So, but because I have a really good understanding of what death is, I don't.
We talked about that a little bit. I was in the green room.
Right. I just be like, oh man, for me, I'm like, man, that's awesome, man. You just gained an ancestor. But I can't say that to everybody.
No,
because they would take offense to it. And I'm just like, okay, well, prayers. I don't know what else to say.
We all got to go that route.
Yeah. And, and I'm a logical person. So for me, everything has to, if it's not logic, I'm not indulging in it. I don't care. I'm not indulging in it. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know how you got an orange out of a pear and a fucking apple. I don't know how you got that orange. It doesn't make sense, and my brain can't compute it. So I just be like, so you mean to tell me that you lost your job because you decided to cuss out your boss today, like you ain't had kids and no bills at home, and you want me to feel sorry for you? No, I can't, because that was a personal choice of yours. All you had to do was bite your teeth and go on about your business.
Dumb one at that.
Yeah, I can't do it. Like, I just can't do it. It makes no sense.
Right.
Like, why did you cuss him out? Oh man, my boss always getting on my fucking nerves. You know how many people in your life and you get on their fucking nerves, but are they out here cussing you out? Like, make it make sense. Why would you fuck up your livelihood? That's crazy to me.
That is crazy.
So yeah, I don't live in those moments.
You are
prayers.
You're watching the Boudoir Chronicles, and I have Quay here with me today, and she is giving us everything she needs to be giving us today, and I appreciate you being here. Miriam says prayers, sorrows. I love a good nap day. Hey, Miriam.
Hey, baby.
Miriam, she is funny to me. We love you, darling. So you were telling me earlier about your, I guess, being transparent in relationships and your person and things like that.
Right.
And you ain't fooling around with no lies.
But I don't have time for it. I just feel like transparency is the best thing. Like if you're transparent up front, it creates a healthier relationship, no matter what that is, a friendship, on your job, with your kids, with your parents, hell, with your church. Really don't matter. When you're transparent, it just makes things a lot easier.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't.
So a person lies to you one time, you done.
I'm done. I don't care. Listen, y'all, I have cut off family members for far less. So if I can cut off people that I was born into this family, I will cut you off. You ain't no different. My aunt, before I was adopted, I cut her ass off too. I ain't spoke to this lady since, and I haven't spoke to her in like 3-4 years.
She lied.
And disrespectful. She's disrespectful, and I don't play it. Like once I feel disrespected, that's it.
What disrespects Quay?
So what is this? To be lied to. So this is one thing that I do understand. You can't look at me in my face and tell me that you love me, and then turn around and do something disrespectful. Because love is an action. Mm-hmm. It is more than just a word. It is more than just a feeling. Mm-hmm. Love is an action. And love, what falls into that is respect. So for me, respect is an umbrella. Mm-hmm. So once you disrespect me, I automatically say you don't love me. Hmm. That's where my brain goes, because your actions, your words didn't tell me that you love me.
That's why it's important.
It didn't show it.
Yeah. That's why it's important to listen and don't speak to people and say things out of emotion.
Correct.
We have to calm that down and get a hold of it. We talked about that on a couple of other shows. So Far Good talked about it on his Preep Life show. When he was on with the guys too, about just controlling those emotions, so that you don't put things out there that you can't take back, things out there that you really don't mean, because people tend to say a lot of things that they don't mean.
Correct.
Or they mean it, or they don't. You never hear it until they're upset.
Correct.
That's what I can't stand. Why are you just now I hear how you really feel. Right. Now that you're upset.
See, my beef with my aunt and her beef with me, because I don't have no beef with her, baby. You just gone. But hers is because she's very entitled. She has an entitlement to everything. And ever since I was little, I'll tell her, girl, you're not hitting me, you're not touching me, and you definitely not talking to me crazy. And I've been like that since I was a kid, and that has never changed. Like,
those are your boundaries.
You're gonna have to chase me to whoop my ass. Like, dead serious. I done jumped out of windows on the second floor of the house. I did not care, but one thing for sure is you're not gonna hit me. I promise you that. I'm gonna hit you back. Yeah. And I'm talking about my aunt, my biological mom's baby sister. I do not care. If you hit me, I'm going to hit you back. Woo. And I've been like that my entire life.
Yeah.
So
have you had many fights?
So
as an adult. Let's go.
As an adult, I've only had 2 fights, and that was like in my 20s, like my early 20s. I'm a lady. I don't fight. I'll shoot you though. Yeah. I'm not fighting nobody.
Yeah. Oh, give me some. Because people don't understand. I don't got time. I'm not fighting. Not fighting. I'm natural today. Y'all see no makeup. Okay, there's no makeup on my face. Lip gloss. That's it. I'm not fighting.
I'm not fighting nobody. And I mean, the way that the laws are set up here in Texas reminds me of back at home. Baby, it's a stand your ground state, and I will stand my ground. Don't tell me that you're going to fight me, because I'm going to take that very serious.
Although it's hard for Black people to prove stand your ground, though.
Yeah, see, it's not hard for me. It's definitely not hard for me.
Y'all listen, right?
I have a documented disability. I'm not fighting you because I'm not about to pass out trying to fight you to prove what? That I can fight? I know I can fight. You don't know I can fight. So I'm not about to do that. I'm not about to pass out and kill myself because I have a heart condition, but I want to prove a point. Yeah. Baby, no. The only thing that we can prove is how we're going to have to go and get statements taken. I'm going to have to go downtown to get my fingerprints and have to get me a lawyer because I just done shot your ass. And we can prove why I did it in court. I have no problem with that.
So are you packing?
Huh?
You packing? You be packing?
Yeah,
What do you carry?
A 9, and then I have a Ruger.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I had a Ruger. I gave that to my daughter because she needed one when she went off to school.
And they're light.
She went to Clark. They're light. It was a tiny little Ruger 32, but it hit like a 9. It was a 32. It was a Ruger 9. Yeah. But now I have a 9mm that I do carry. And people like want to play with you. And they don't even know you hold.
They don't even know you. But see, this is a thing. For me, I'm a sweetheart. I am sweet to literally everybody. So a person really have to take me there for me to
bang bang.
Right, for me to do something to them, because I am very sweet and I'm very passive about a lot of things, because again, I'm not going to allow your fucked up day to affect me. That's your fucked up day. You're going to be more pissed off than me.
I can see that in your personality, that you are passive to a point.
To a point. Yeah.
But
you have to
but
really
that's a lady
to
me when you're passive to a point. Like ladies, and I'm not talking about women, girls, females. I'm not talking about females. I'm ladies.
Yeah.
Ladies are kind of passive to a point. You know, we'll let you get away with a few things here and there, but don't play.
Don't keep poking the bear, because I'm going to tell you about yourself, and it's okay. You don't have to like it. You don't have to love it. Hell, you don't even have to listen, but I'm going to say it.
Lakita says, just call me. Hey, Lakita, just call me. I got y'all.
Yeah, but I'm like the most non-controversial person that I know outside of my sister. She's glitter and rainbows, unicorns, oh my, just so sweet. And then it's me. Actually, when I was growing up, they used to call me the firecracker of the family, or the pit bull. Really? That's what they used to call me. And when I was a kid, I used to fight all the time, but they wasn't even my fights. I have a lot of siblings and a lot of cousins. So a lot of people didn't even know that we were some kin, because it was so many of us.
Right.
And I had my own little circle of people, which was 2 people. And then my brothers and my siblings had theirs, and we never mixed and mingled. And they used to always keep me in stuff. I used to skip school, go beat up my sister's friends. I could not stand my sister's friends.
We gonna fight. I'm not going to school today because I'm gonna fight.
Yeah, I'm about to go fight. Like my sister, she's 3 years older than me, and when she was up in high school, my school was right around the corner from where her bus dropped off at. And I skipped the last period of the day to go and meet my sister at the bus stop so I can help her beat up those girls. I didn't care. Bottom line, you can do whatever it is that you want to do to me, but when it comes down to my siblings, I don't play about them.
Yeah.
Older ones or
siblings
the younger ones.
And kids. That's it for me right there. Siblings and kids.
And I'll fight you about your kids. I sure will. I'll tell you off about your own kids. I'll tell you off about how you treat the elderly. I'll tell you off about how you treat the disabled people. These are things that I do not play with.
These are things you care about.
Yeah, those are things that I 100% care about.
Which I was going to ask you, but talking to you, I know like you care about those things. Yeah. Because those things are dear to your heart, like close in your circle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So those are meaningful things, especially with children with disabilities and all those things. I've seen you post on about stuff like that too. Yeah. So it's close to your heart. So you're on watching the Boudoir Chronicles. I'm here with Quay, and she is keeping it real with us today and just talking about a lot of things, relationships, LS, talking about transparency, what moves her, what doesn't. And we're having a good conversation. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Roya says, shoot you in the knee so you'll remember me every time you limp away.
Listen, I did my ex-husband like that. That's why we ain't married no more.
You shot him?
Yes, I did.
Oh my God!
You shot him? He was throwing bricks at me. It was like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. He had just come in from the strip club.
Y'all don't play. Wait, okay.
No, shoot you for real. Like dead ass. And he came into the house like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Y'all, it's funny now. I can laugh now. The shit was not funny then. It was not funny then. But this man flipped this California King bed over with me on it. At like 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
I saw a post like that a few weeks ago.
Baby, when I tell you, at first I was pissed. Now y'all can see I can laugh about this shit. But he did that, and then he wanted to argue with me, and I'm such a nonchalant person. Like, I'm sitting over there staring at him like this. Like, it's fucking 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Are you fucking serious right now?
Sleep.
Like, right. So I just ended up grabbing my robe off a little hook. You know, my gun had, because it normally is underneath the pillow or either the mattress. That day it just happened to be underneath the mattress. So I ended up just like picking that up, put it up in my pocket, and I was like, you know, the kids are down the hall. Let's go outside and have a conversation. He wanted to go out there and be loud and wake up the neighbors. The neighbors haven't called the police. He out there throwing rocks and little pebbles and bricks and shit at you. All because his mistress cheated on him. You having a badass day because your bitch cheated on you? Baby, bye. You know, I'm sitting over here like, well, what did the bitch do? Like, she sucked his dick too good, didn't she? You know? But I'm just sitting over there, and I gave him a warning shot, and I told him, I said, hey, if you throw more,
you're outside, and you give a warning shot.
Yeah, and if you throw one more, I'm going to shoot you. He threw one more, and I shot him. Because I don't play stuff like that.
Where did you shoot him at?
Right up in the ass, right here. And it was his fault, because he jumped and turned around. It was his fault. But
he didn't think you were going to shoot him.
No, he didn't. But see, this is the thing. The day that we got married, my brother got up and gave a toast. And he was like, let me tell you something. His name is King. He was like, let me tell you something, King. I'm going to tell you right now. Don't put your hands on my sister because she ain't going to call nobody. And he was like, he just laughed. He thought the shit was funny. He thought that my brother was literally saying, like, I won't call nobody to my defense. I would, but the way that I operate is I'll never put my brothers, my guy friends, my cousins, my daddy, my uncles in a position where they could be injured, thrown in jail, prison, or dead, or something like that. Because one, this is my husband, and I may end up going back to this man. So I'm never going to put my family in my issues. They didn't even know I was getting a divorce until they started asking me, girl, where your husband at? Shit, I don't fucking know. I ain't married. Like, I don't know where he at.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's important not to keep it, put all them people in your relationship in the first place.
So, I guess he just thought that my brother was just blowing smoke up his ass, just doing a general toast. But no, I learned how to box when I was a kid. I will box your fucking ass. Not only will I box you, I was also taught how to shoot a gun, how to clean it, take it apart, and put it back together. Absolutely. I'm not about to play with you over my life. I'm not doing that. So yeah, I guess he just thought it was a joke. Oh, she ain't gonna do nothing. Okay, bet. I will not call my brothers. I will handle it on my own. Like, there was one time, y'all, this shit is funny now. I don't care. But there was one time that we got into it, and y'all, this man slapped my fucking glasses off in the lake. And listen, he slapped my glasses off in the lake. I said, okay, bad. Because we were in front of mixed company.
Stop touching me. Why do people want to touch you? Leave me alone.
Because what it is, like, I was a bit smaller than what I am now. And I guess he was just like, oh, I'm very passive about things. So I guess he just felt like, oh, well, I can do whatever. Nope, wrong person. I'm the wrong person.
Men take that passive. Yeah. They take that for granted.
They really do.
A lot of times it's being submissive and not, and passive and not, doing things to, again, poke the bear, doing things to just try to calm the situation down. And that pisses them off worse. Like they want you to be toxic and aggressive with them a lot of times.
And I'm not about to do that. I'm not about to tussle with you, young man, but I got something better for you. So we were in front of mixed company, and my friend, she was like, oh, Q, hell no, I'm calling police. I was like, Selena, don't get up in this. I'm all right. Help me find my glasses. We couldn't find them.
Once I get them, I'm going to be good. His ass is grass.
Right? So, Velma. I was like, so we couldn't find him because he slapped him in the fucking lake. So I went home. We just stayed right next to each other. I grabbed the other glasses, grabbed my computer, and finished doing my schoolwork. I was in the middle of a final. So I finished doing my schoolwork. So after that, I went home, I cleaned up the kitchen. I still turned on the shower for his ass. I sure did. I believe in being a good wife, but also a teaching one. I'm always teaching something.
On the floor.
Nah, girl, I did something better than that. While I'm up in the kitchen cooking, I took my cast iron pan and I put it on the stove and I let it turn red. And then when he got out the shower and he got into the bed, I went into the kitchen carrying that cast iron pan, and then I stood up in the door and I called his name, and he was like, "What, bitch?" I said, "Oh, so bitch, you still got an attitude."
Okay. Oh, you still mad?
You still mad? You hit me first. So I was just like, okay, cool, because I'll never do anything in front of this company again. I'm a lady. I'm not about to sit out there and disrespect myself in front of people. Why would I do that? Mm-hmm. So he was like, "What, bitch?" I was just like, okay, cool. He never turned around. So I walked over there to the side of his bed and I took that hot cast iron pan and I put it up to the side of his face, and then he slowly turned his head and he was like, "Girl, what the fuck you doing? You crazy." And I took it and I said, "If you ever hit me again, bitch, I will burn your fucking face off." And I just touched it and put it on his nose. Yeah.
He still got a little sear mark on his
Absolutely. Nose. It's a permanent birthmark. Sure did.
He will never
You better keep your hands to yourself dealing with me, because my granddaddy them taught me, either you gonna stay with them and fight with them, or either you gonna leave them and let him fight with his damn self. But if you stay with them, don't call us. And I lived by that. And that was the first time that he hit me and the last time. So the second time we had our altercation was when I had to shoot him and I ain't give him a chance to hit me. Baby, no, I ain't doing this. I ain't doing this.
You heard it here on the Boudoir Chronicles. She will not play with you.
No.
You are watching the Boudoir Chronicles. I'm here with Quay. She is a wonderful guest to have. She's got me laughing over here. We got some serious moments. We're talking. So far, I got to look up big slow potato salad. We do. I just saw that. And Ryan says the glasses are a huge no-no. Don't fucking touch them.
Don't touch them. Yeah, like I think I was more mad about my glasses because they were brand new. Mm-hmm. And I know I paid like almost $400 for those glasses after insurance. So I'm sitting over like, bitch, you just lost my brand new glasses and I can't see. That was a stronger prescription. And you're over here blinding a bitch. You know, I was so mad. I was like, but it's okay. I'm going to still maintain my composure because we have mixed company
right now.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So. And that's good because you're always going to be a lady. I'm try to be a lady first. Mm-hmm. And if you keep on acting up, we're going to show you what it's about.
Exactly. Exactly. So, yeah, that was pretty much it. But, you know, I can laugh at those things.
Yeah, now you can. Now you can. Yeah. How long has it been since y'all been done?
It's been about 10 years.
Okay. So that trauma's behind.
Oh, no, it wasn't trauma. So girl, I laugh at this shit.
You were laughing.
It wasn't trauma at all. And again, I don't hold on to trauma because trauma makes you sick. You said that. So I don't hold on to that. I digest it. I talk myself through it. And once I do that, I'm good. I just be like, damn. You know, after he did it and I sat on the porch with my homegirl and I said, girl, you saw how he slapped me? And we both fell out laughing. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't hold on to those type of experiences in a negative capacity because it doesn't serve me.
So do you think you know what it looks like when it's coming again? Like if it...
Oh, yes. Let me tell you guys. So for men and women, when you're indulging in any type of encounter with someone, there's always telltale signs. A person that can't take no, for example, is a telltale sign. That person is controlling. That person is manipulative. That person is toxic. That person will gaslight you. Everything is your fault, including what he does or she does to you.
Narcissistic.
Yes. Being narcissist isn't really a bad thing because, again, that's next in line to being selfish. But there is a negative portion of being a narcissist. So, but yeah, and that's why I didn't say narcissistic because of that. Okay. But yeah, when they can't take your advice on something or see your perspective, or when you're having a conversation and they take that conversation as an argument, that lets me know what your character is. You don't have a character. It's not a
You're
good
not very
one
smart
anyway.
either.
Yeah, like you don't know how to communicate, and communication is a really big thing for me. So if I say something to you and you don't agree with it and you want to argue with my perspective, I can't do nothing else with you. That whole thing is dead.
Yeah.
If I talk to you and you say, oh, well, I don't work, and I say, well, are you retired? You work for yourself? And you say no. So there's a couple of things that's going on here. You a homosexual. You mooching off of somebody.
I learned that word from JJ. Hey, wherever you are, JJ, she taught me that word, homosexual.
Yeah, you're mooching off of somebody. You bring no value to me, so I stay away from people that's like that.
That can't serve you.
If you have children, and this is actually my number one thing, and I made this post too, where I will not play with a person at a play party or anything. Like, I will not have sex with you. I will not fuck you. I don't want to see your penis. If I know that you have children and I know you don't take care of your kids, I'll never fuck with you. How is it that you can be all loyal inside of some pussy, but you can't even be loyal to something that you created that came out of some pussy? Like, you got me real fucked up right there. I'm not
left my heel again. I mean,
like, I'm just not doing it, because what you gonna do with me? You get me pregnant. The same way that you disrespect your kids is the same way that you're gonna disrespect me. And there is no way on God's green earth that you're gonna walk into my life and treat me better than something that you created. We got a problem. So I don't deal with those type of things. So once I see it, it's a wrap. I already see it. Amen. So I'm not dealing with it.
You can see it coming.
Oh yeah, and this is why I like to communicate with people. This is why I sit back and I watch people. Play parties are fun. I love play parties. But however, I sit back and I watch people, and a lot of people have seen me at play parties where I'll just walk around. I won't engage. I just walk around and I observe. Yeah. And there's specific things that I'm observing. Yeah. And I'm like,
I'm like that too. To a certain point, like, it's not that I know their background. It's like I'm watching and looking to, because everything doesn't attract me. Right. Everybody's doesn't attract me. So, I've heard, well, you're not playing, well, you too good to play. Maybe.
I'm sorry. This is some good coochie. I am too good. I'm sorry.
I'm just not out there just giving to everybody like that. Yeah. That's not what I'm here for. Like, no. So I get that whole thing. Like, it's good coochie. It's preserved.
Yeah. But, not even just that, just dealing with people overall. If a person that you're talking to don't care to know anything about you for real, that's also a red flag. Like, a person that don't have anything to lose is a red flag. And this is why I don't like to play with a lot of singles, like single men or single women. And I love ladies. Like, I think ladies are beautiful. Y'all taste good. You smell good. But I don't play with a lot of them. And I don't play with a lot of men either. But when I do, baby, your hand's selected for a reason. But anyway, if you don't have anything to lose outside of just like playing with one another or whatever, like if you're trying to get to know me and trying to build on something, I'm not dealing with you. Baby, you gotta have a career, you gotta have a wife, you gotta have some kids, you gotta have a nice bank account that we can settle outside of court for. Like, you have to have something solid to lose for me to really just fuck with you.
Yeah, like Roya says, if it doesn't serve you, let it go.
Let it go. Yeah, because I can't deal with somebody that have nothing to lose. Those type of people are very dangerous people. Yes. That's what I always say. Like, you're dangerous. You don't care about yourself. You don't care about your kids. You don't care about your mama. You don't care about your siblings. You don't care about a fucking thing.
That's a big one too. If you don't care about anything about your mother, like if you don't care about y'all. Yeah. If he don't care about his mama, if she don't care about her mama, her dad, it's a problem. Like, those are some issues. Hey, Nala. You are watching the Boudoir Chronicles every Monday here at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm here with Quay, and she is just a wonderful guest to have. She's funny. She's smart. She has a great perspective on things. I'm really enjoying her insight today. You can catch me 8 p.m. on Monday. Tomorrow night, Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. So far, good. We're doing his Creep Life show. He does have a special guest. I'm only going to give you one tidbit of this guest. She's a female. So she will be here tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. You can also catch the Us show every fourth Tuesday of the month. We might be actually doing a special impromptu next week, the Us show next week, because I do have a guest coming and she is bringing her husband. So we might do an impromptu Us show next week, 8 p.m. Tuesday. So just Monday or Tuesday? Monday. So make sure you're tuning in. We appreciate you guys, your questions. Everything that you are bringing to us. Make sure you're asking us questions though sometimes too, because I'm asking the things that I want to know, but I want to know some of the things that you guys want to know as well. And tastes good, yes, Lord. Oh my goodness. And Roy says, me too. Roy, don't forget beautiful as fuck.
Thank you, baby.
Yes, you are very beautiful.
Thank
natural, beautiful. So I did natural today too, y'all.
She did.
Because I knew my guest was going to be natural. So I'm hanging out natural. Y'all know the Boudoir Baddie don't really do natural, even though I can. I like makeup, so I try to always be made up and everything.
Makeup is fun.
It's fun.
It's a girl thing.
It's a girly thing, and I'm very girly. Y'all know that. But so glad to have you. And I just want to ask you, because I didn't touch a lot of things, and I know you have so much more. Wanted to see if you would come back with me sometime.
You know what? I would absolutely love to come back and discuss some of those things.
Yeah, I've got like 5 or 6 more things over here we didn't even get to touch on. Y'all, she's got so much to talk about. I love her perspective. I love how she's just not afraid to tell you how she feels and what it's going to be. And I like that, people that keep it real. Actually, Creep Life, keeping it real with each and every person. That's what that means. And so thank you so much for coming and being here with me today. She took my text. I texted her, I'm like, can you come today? I had her scheduled for like down the line, probably like later in June, early July. And we hadn't even discussed it yet, but she was gracious enough to come today. So I appreciate you for that.
Thank you for considering me.
Absolutely. You were already on my mind. So just the fact that you could be here today. She's beautiful. She's smart. And she's got a lot going on. Give us some final words. Tell us what you got going on coming up, and just give the people a little tidbit of what you have.
So again, guys, I'm a Kingster, so I am cultivating a safe space for people that's like me. For people that just, you want to get into kink, you don't know how to get into it, you don't know where you fit in. Any of the ideas that you have, I always say, if you can think it, you can definitely do it. And just helping people with their experiences. I get hit up in my inbox all the time about, hey, I want to try this. What do you think? And I'm like, girl, boy, let me help you with that. Let me help you with that.
I'm going to start getting your inbox.
Yeah, because I like those things. And then also, I'm actually finished up my last couple of pages on my novel, which
You're
is going to be great. Yeah.
Do you have a title yet?
So I do not have a title yet, but it is such a good book. Shout out to Real Spill and DJ Dev. They do their Speaks and Rhythms every second Friday of the month. Okay. So last month I had the opportunity to go to one of those and actually do a poem based off of my book.
Oh, I would love that.
So,
Speaks and Rhythms. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's really great. It's over at the People's Last Stand.
Okay.
The GM is one in our community.
Okay.
So yeah.
Awesome.
So Trey Reese and Morgan.
Okay.
So finishing that up. I also have a book of poems that I'm writing. And just working with a couple other people on a little different events. So yeah, that's
awesome.
great. Yeah.
That's awesome. So good to have you. I'm so glad you came. And she has agreed to come back. I don't ask everybody to come back, even though I love everybody. But some people, I can't finish. We have so much to talk about. They have so much to say. And so she has agreed to come back and see us, and we'd love to have you. So Far Good and I will be heading to Vegas here in July. So again, we are going to take y'all on the road with us, and hopefully you guys will be able to join us. We do plan to have a couple events out there that will give you enough time to get yourself together to hopefully y'all can come out to that. We're definitely going to keep the shows going, even if we have to stream some of you guys in to talk. We're still going to be doing that. So we will always be here on our Mondays and Tuesdays. So again, here with Quay. Thank you for coming, beautiful woman. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Yay! So next, we'll see y'all tomorrow, and then we'll see y'all next week. Bye.
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 Girl, I don't even know how to stop.